Something huge is brewing for the Dodgers. We get into exactly what that is in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Myself and Brad J. will bring you everyday Dodger content. We're trying to hit 8,000 subscribers before the trade deadline, so hit that subscribe button. So let's get right into a story that just came out yesterday. And I'm talking about a former Dodger returning to L.A. to pitch for the team for the rest of this season. And I'm talking about Joe Kelly. That's right, Joe Kelly rumored to be throwing for the Dodgers the next few days to try to get a contract from LA in the next week or so, right? Because as we know, the trade deadline is this week. Joe Kelly could still be signed next month. Right-hander Joe Kelly didn't sign anywhere this offseason despite expressing a desire to pitch this year. Per Robert Murray of FanSided, Kelly is going to throw for the Dodgers soon to see if the club is willing to give him a deal. Of course, Joe Kelly really wants to play for the Dodgers. He told Foul Territory last month that if I come back healthy, I'm only playing for one team, and that's the Dodgers. That's what Joe Kelly said this past month on the Foul Territory podcast. So what does everybody think? Should the Dodgers give Joe Kelly another stint on this team? Of course, as we know, Joe Kelly has had a lot of playoff experience. This guy has been through it all. He's basically a player that the Dodgers have relied upon in big situations in the past. And, it would not be surprising to see Joe Kelly once again kind of slide into that role. Not right away, of course, but, over time, eventually he'll be, pitching in the big moments. But the question is, would the Dodgers do this deal? Right? Realistically, do you think the Dodgers would really sign Joe Kelly and bring him back again? Right? I mean, honestly, if you ask me, I think the Dodgers are going to wait and see. Because this week is the trade deadline, right? I mean, this is the big week to make acquisitions around Major League Baseball. We've seen all the rumors with, the latest one, Harrison Bader going to L.A., and, all the rumors with the pitchers. I mean, the Dodgers are going to go after Duran on the Twins or Griffin Jacks. Those are the two prominent names that have come up. Ryan Helsley of the Cardinals as well. Helsley is a pretty good option as well. There's been a lot of names that the Dodgers have been associated with, I think, in the last couple weeks, right? So the Dodgers are clearly trying to make a trade, right? I mean, it's not like the Dodgers are being quiet about this. It seems like the Dodgers are now aggressively trying to pursue a bullpen pitcher because of the needs they have, right? I mean, it's not because of any other reason. I mean, the Dodgers, when the season started, I don't think they thought they'd be in this situation, right? I mean, at least I didn't think they would. I mean, I thought with all the acquisitions that they made, and I didn't think they would have problems, with depth, right? And that's kind of what's going on with this team, right? I mean, the Dodgers have injury problems, right? Since Kelly has not been signed, it doesn't appear the Dodgers have been especially interested, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like the Dodgers have been too high on signing Joe Kelly. They definitely, I think, have had some sort of hesitation, but they might be more open to it now, right? Because of what's going on, right? They placed Tanner Scott, Michael Kopech, on the IL, Evan Phillips on the IL. Phillips is done for the year. Kopech had meniscus surgery, and is going to be out for a while. And Scott, well, he has some elbow inflammation, so that is not good news. And Scott has not been very good at all for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott has had a really bad season. Brusdar Graterol has not pitched this year after going shoulder surgery, and Blake Trinan just came back yesterday. So he's going to obviously, we're going to wait and see how he does and if he could stay healthy too. So, the Dodgers are obviously prepping for probably more injuries. I mean, to say that the Dodgers are not prepping for that would be, ridiculous, right? The injuries have put the Dodgers in the market for bullpen upgrades ahead of this year's deadline. Kelly wouldn't be a sure thing due to his age, recent shoulder troubles, and the fact he hasn't pitched this year. Even if he signed, he would likely be sent for a ramp-up period in the minors, which obviously would make sense. He wouldn't solve their bullpen issues, and he would be only a move they would make in that department. But you can never have too many pitching if he wants to play for them. He should be attainable for a low-cost deal, perhaps even a minor league pact, right? So Joe, I think the Dodgers are going to wait and see here, right? Because I think the Dodgers, if they are able to land, Ryan Helsley in the next few days, or Griffin Jacks or Duran from the Twins, if they're able to land one or two guys, which I think they're probably going to be able to get one, real good reliever, right? If they're able to get somebody, one of those names, I think they'll be less inclined to give Kelly a shot, right? Because they won't really need him, right? But the Dodgers are, keeping their options open. I mean, I do believe the report. I do think the Dodgers are probably going to have Kelly throw, he's probably going to get, a tryout or whatever, a session with the Dodgers. I'm sure that is legitimate. I mean, I do think this report from Robert Murray, fan-sided, is real, right? I do think that he is going to throw for probably this week, right? I mean, Joe Kelly it's probably going to happen in the next couple days, right? Just to see, the Dodgers probably just want to see where Joe Kelly's at, and probably not going to sign him this week because trade deadline's coming up, right? The Dodgers are not going to make any big moves with Kelly because they don't have to make it this week, right? I mean, Joe Kelly is not under a deadline like the other guys are. Joe Kelly can be signed until August, right? And still be eligible for the playoff roster, which is what the Dodgers are going to want, right? They don't want to wait and sign him too late and they can't put him on the playoff roster. So would he get a major league contract, major league deal, though? Like that article mentioned, he might just get a minor league deal, right? And just be there as an option to come up in case of more injuries. But I don't know. I think if the Dodgers completely strike out and don't get anybody at the deadline, which is obviously a possibility, you can't rule that out. The Dodgers could end up not getting anybody of note. Nothing is certain at the deadline. Nothing is certain. Then the Dodgers are probably going to sign Joe Kelly, right? I mean, if the Dodgers don't get anybody, they will sign Joe Kelly because I do think there isn't that many options out there at this time when it comes to free agent relievers, whereas Kelly is an option. And he's not going anywhere else. So, yeah, they will give him a shot. If there's nobody else coming in, if there's another injury this week, or, like I said, the Dodgers don't get anybody at the deadline, which hopefully doesn't happen. Hopefully the Dodgers do get a good relief pitcher because they really do need it, right? The Dodgers really need bullpen help. It's been repeated over and over again. You've heard every baseball expert talk about that. And yeah, that's going to be the question. That's going to be the name of the game for the Dodgers this week as they try to put together some sort of trade. But as always, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, let's go Dodgers. Woo!